spinach as well. So.
Wow, that is wonderful. I'm being able to like taste the pasta a little bit separate from the sauce and then dig into the sauce at the bottom. It's very nice because then you really taste the spinach pasta coming through and the flavor of that spinach. I'm looking forward to tasting this romesco. Wow, it really is like a combination of broccoli and cauliflower and the pine nuts, toasted pine nuts on here, and these microgreens really bring it all together. Chef Dylan, Chef Corey, thank you so much for joining us on Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. Join us next time when we'll get cooking.
Thanks, Chef Dylan, and thank you, Uncle Jack's Meat House. That was spectacular. If you have a VIP package, you're going to get $10 in Uncle Jack's bucks to use on your next visit, and you are definitely going to want to use that. And we've got great news coming from Uncle Jack's. They're opening a new restaurant in the South Lawn Project right here in downtown Lawrenceville, which will open in early 2021. So stay tuned and see what's coming to downtown Lawrenceville. I'm talking to you today from the main stage of the Aurora Theater. But the Aurora Theater is on the verge of a historic expansion project in partnership with the city of Lawrenceville. The new Lawrenceville Performing Arts Center should be complete by summer of 2021. When it's done, this new campus expansion will add 2 new theaters to the existing Aurora Theater facility. We'll have a 500-seat grand theater, a cabaret space with outdoor courtyard. It's going to be a spectacular addition that will serve generations to come in historic Lawrenceville. Stay tuned for all of that. If you want more news about the Aurora Theater, upcoming events, see us at www.auroratheater.com. That's theater with an R-E. Now we'll be heading over to Publix Apron's Cooking School, our official grocery sponsor, and we're going to meet with Chef LB. But before we do that, we have a few more messages from our sponsors.
All the products you love in as little as 2 hours. Publix delivered, powered by Instacart.
Friends, welcome back to another episode of Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC and our grocery sponsor, Publix. Today, we're at Publix Apron's Cooking School with Chef LB. Right now, we're about to make, well, what are we gonna make?
So this is a version of a crackling cornbread. This is just gonna be skillet cornbread, so we're leaving out the pork fat in this one. Super easy. This is some cornmeal, so nicely ground cornmeal, and some baking powder and baking soda. Just gonna go straight in. Both of those are perfectly measured out. I'm just gonna whisk those together just to get them nice and incorporated.
So about how much baking soda, how much baking powder? Teaspoon, tablespoon?
I was gonna say there's about half a tablespoon of each one. And then we have our wet ingredients. So 1.5 cups of buttermilk and our eggs. So I will just crack the eggs into the buttermilk. When I'm stirring eggs in something like this, I actually like to use a fork instead of a whisk because I can poke through those yolks and break them up first. And then I will whisk them into my buttermilk. Now we are gonna go wet into dry, and I'm gonna use all of this buttermilk. You're gonna see that this absorbs really, really, really quickly. So all of my eggs and buttermilk straight into my cornmeal and mixture.
And why buttermilk? It's kind of sour, right?
Buttermilk is a little sour. It's nice and tangy. I prefer it in a dish like this. Plus, it's just traditionally done this way. I'm gonna take all of my ingredients, and this is where it's very similar to your traditional cornbread. Is I have my pan already sitting in the oven.
Oh, a well-seasoned cast iron pan. There is nothing like it.
Cast iron pan, and then I'm going to take, I think it says 1/4 cup of your ghee, but I'm going to use all of it. Just gonna put it all in there, and I'm actually going to turn my pan on high. Now, when you're doing this at home, make sure that you remember that your pan is still
hot.
Ripping hot, 400, 450 degrees, depending on how fast you're trying to cook that cornbread. And I'm going to go straight into my pan, and it's gonna start frying on the bottom, which is what I want.
You want it, because that's where you get that crackling sound.
You're gonna get that really good crust on the bottom. And don't be too worried if it kind of looks clumpy before it goes in the oven, because it does have that liquid and it will flatten down a little bit. So you can kind of mold it because it's not too hot at the top. Going to put that in the oven.
And how long are we going to bake it for?
About 15 to 20 minutes at a very high heat, usually 400 to 450 degrees depending on. So I have.
You've got another one.
I've got a fast oven. So I just want the bread to not press all the way in, or just a little bit. So when it finishes cooking in the pan, it's got a little touch to it.
Now you've got some honey and some butter here.
I do. So I dress up cornbread a specific way. I like a lot of honey. So I'm gonna use a nice serrated knife, cut straight through and get a nice big old wedge.
Now, if it were me, the honey I'd pick like a honey that's infused with some peppers and things like that, because I like spicy.
You like spicy, so that is absolutely fine to go with something like that. I want super, super sweet. So,
I've got a ghost pepper honey at home that'll set you free.
So you like the Mike's Hot Honeys then?
I do.
Okay, so I've got my cornbread wedge there. Obviously some generous heapings of butter on top. And then I have a spoon in the honey, but
Who needs that?
I'm really just using that as like the vehicle to press it out.
You really do like a lot
I
of honey.
really do like a lot of honey on my cornbread. It is seeping off to the side, and I know I'm going to have a second piece, so I have something to scrape it up with, but that is a nice crackling, or skillet cornbread with a ton of honey right on top.
Well, Chef LB, thank you so much. Nothing looks easier than this. I mean, you don't need a box mix, friend. You can make this in no time at home with ingredients you probably already have on hand. Let's thank Chef LB for being here with us at Publix Aprons Cooking School. Friends, I can't wait to taste this incredible cornbread. Cornbread's one of my favorite things. And Chef LB, you did an incredible job with this. Thank you so much. Friends, we're here at Publix Aprons Cooking School with Chef LB, who put together this amazing cornbread. Good Taste Gwinnett is just so excited to be here. We're powered by Jackson EMC. I'm gonna taste this. The flavor of this cornbread is exceptional. I mean, using the ingredients that you have on hand instead of some box mix is so much better. And the honey, I mean, it's an enormous amount of honey.
It
You
is.
like honey,
I was gonna
obviously,
say
but it really helps just bring out all of those tastes and textures.
The cornbread in this one is just a vehicle of getting the honey into your mouth, so.
I can appreciate that. Cornbread as a vehicle for honey. Friends, I want to thank Chef LB once again. Publix is our grocery sponsor here at Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. We'll see you at our next event, and we'll get cooking. Thanks, Chef LB, for that very entertaining segment and for being our official grocery sponsor. Cooking can be fun and creative, but it's even more fun when you have the right equipment, when you've got the right pans, the right appliances, all of the things that make it fun and entertaining. You can find all of those at our retail partner, Belk Mall of Georgia. On November 13th, 14th, and 15th, Belk Mall of Georgia will be hosting Charity Days. For $5, you can purchase a charity ticket and right then and there, for the first time ever, receive $10 off your purchase. The ticket purchase money remains with the charity that sold you the ticket. But better than that, you get the best deals ever at Belk Mall of Georgia. It's even better than Black Friday. Before we visit our next kitchen, let's hear a few more words from our sponsors.
My kids are going to see this, right?
Sweetie, this is your mother speaking.
I need you to listen to me with both ears.
Now, growing up, you probably thought that I was overprotective, but it was my job to make sure that you were safe. And guess what? It still is.
So for the millionth time,
Wash your hands.
Wash your hand. Wash your dang hands.
why?
Because the experts said so.
And because I said so.
And another thing, Keep your distance.
6 feet is fine, but 60 feet is better.
And wear a mask. Nobody wants your nasty germs.
I know I told you sharing is caring, but this is not what I meant.
And don't test me on this. I brought you into this world, and I can take you out.
You know I love you. But if you don't listen to me, I will call your mother-in-law.
And would it kill you to call your mother once in a while?
Hey friends, today we're at Frida's Mexican Cuisine in Lawrenceville, Georgia, home of My Aurora Theater. I'm Anthony Rodriguez and I'm here today with Executive Chef Abel Gonzalez and Chef Gilberto Jimenez, and today we're gonna get cooking.
We're gonna be cooking the chef steak special.
Chef steak special, so that's your steak
Of course,
special.
we're gonna be cooking some outside skirt steak.
Okay, so it's skirt steak, not flag steak.
No, that's a good stuff. We're gonna be adding
Some
the special
some
recipe
seasoning,
of course.
special. So you're not going to tell us what's in the special recipe
Of course
seasoning.
not. So I want you to come and see us. So right after we're cooking that steak, we're gonna be cooking something else right behind you. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. All right, onions go in first.
We're gonna be adding some seasoning on top of the onions.
That's the special seasoning we're not allowed to
Exactly.
know about, right?
While we're cooking the steak and the onions, we're gonna be grilling queso fresco.
I wish y'all could be here to smell this kitchen. It is absolutely spectacular. I mean, the odor from the steak is just permeating, and the onions cooking. It's really a delight to be here with these two amazing chefs. Oh, that looks fantastic. And it's so thin, it doesn't take a long time to cook. So you can make this really quickly. That is amazing. I'm still just surprised. And you didn't keep that cold or anything so that it wouldn't melt. It was at room temperature, and you put it on that griddle surface, and it is not melting out. That's fantastic.
No, sir. That's a queso fresco. I'm telling you. So while we're doing that, everything is cooking the way it has supposed to. So now we're gonna be adding the platanitos, which is a sweet plantain, just to get the flavor into it.
So you took the sweet plantains, and then you fried them?
Exactly.
That looks
Almost
good.
ready.
That looks fantastic. But friends, if you've ever had, his wife's Colombian, if you've ever had a Colombian breakfast platter at one of our local restaurants, you're going to get steak, you're going to get a cheese that's fried similarly, and you're going to get sweet plantains. It's one of the finest breakfasts I've ever had.
We're gonna be adding some salsa verde. Okay?
Oh, this is
Look at this.
this is looking better and better every second.
Yes, sir.
So Gilberto's going to plate this up for us. Got those sweet plantains, those incredible onions. It looks just fantastic. Cutting up the steak. Oh, perfectly cooked. So it comes with some white rice that looks like it's got some corn and peas in it.
Yes, sir. And then guess what?
And that
We're
salsa
gonna
verde.
have the salsa verde on top of the steak and the queso fresco.
Spectacular. We're now at my favorite part of Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC, the taste part, the part where I get to taste this amazing food, this chef's special steak. It's got griddle fried queso fresco with a salsa verde on top of the steak. The steak's all on top of some amazing onions. We've got some white rice with peas and corn, and these sweet plantains that I can't wait to taste. I'm Cuban, and Cubans love sweet plantains like nobody's business. So let's get a little taste of this. Chef, that steak is perfectly cooked. The seasoning is spectacular, and the salsa verde really just brings it all together, and that cheese gives it this amazing creaminess, but it's not like oozing all over like a melted cheese would do. It's really delicate and fine. and a dish I would have over and over again. I like this a lot. Friends, I'm gonna take a sip of this incredible jalapeno margarita that Abel made for me. I don't recommend this for breakfast. No, really, I do. This is great. Chef, thank you so much. Please thank Gilberto for me. What a pleasure to cook with you all today. Please, friends, visit Frida's Mexican Cuisine, whether it's in Lawrenceville or their store in Cumming. They would love to see you. And we'll see you once again for Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson ENC, where we'll get cooking. Thank you, Chef Abel, for that incredible cooking demonstration. I had a fantastic time. And the feedback we're receiving from our viewers is they want the recipe. So come on, give it up. We need it. We want it. Welcome back to Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. I want to take a moment to thank our other sponsors, Publix, our official grocery sponsor, and Belk Mall of Georgia, our official retail sponsor. When you registered, it made you eligible for some prizes, so let's give some away. Donna Hole, who has a VIP package, she wins a $25 gift card to Publix and a $25 gift card to Belk Mall of Georgia. Paige McPhail, she's a registered viewer. She wins a $30 gift certificate to Universal Joint right here in Lawrenceville. Chrissy Rosen, she has a chef's ticket. She wins Belk Mall of Georgia $25 gift certificate and a Publix $25 gift certificate. And Doris Davila, a registered viewer, wins a $25 gift card to D Floridian Cuban Cuisine and Bar, also right here in Lawrenceville. Before we see some really cool ideas from Proof of the Pudding about table settings and entertaining at home, we're going to hear some messages from our sponsors, including our very own Aurora Theater.
This Halloween season, take a walk on the supernatural side of science with Fernbank's Outdoor Woodland Spirits Experience. Encounter ghostly spirits, the haunted outpost, monster garden, and more through 10 acres of trees, trails, and shadows in Fernbank's Wildwoods. Open daily with evening hours during select weekend events. Experience the wonder, suspense, and excitement only at Fernbank Museum in Atlanta. Get tickets at fernbankmuseum.org/Halloween.
Welcome back, friends, to another episode of Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. I'm your host, Anthony Rodriguez from the Aurora Theater, and today we're at Proof of the Pudding learning all about entertainment, right? And right now we are here with Barbara Younts? Yes. Okay, and Chef Vaughn Nielsen from Proof of the Pudding. Barbara, you're an account executive here, but also a key stylist when it comes to setting up these rooms, right?
Master of beautification.
So talk to me a little bit about what we've set up here.
Well, we know we're going to be entertaining at home, so we wanted to do something nice and low to keep the conversation going. It's nothing worse than having something blocking your view from your friends. So this morning I actually went out to our parking lot area and...
The parking lot?
Yeah.
They came from the parking lot?
Well,
no, oh, the flowers. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So we just got some bud vases, really simple. Like I said, I just grabbed them from the greenery outside. Just a standard white plate. Keep it classy and simple.
What's this? Where did we get these from?
I know, they're very interesting, right?
Yeah.
They're actually backsplash from Home Depot.
They're backsplash tiles from a home improvement store?
Oh, you're right. That's what you put on the wall. Yeah, pretty
That's
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, add some depth, keep it interesting. And a lot of the stuff you'll have at your own house, and if not, you can go to your local hardware store.
So this is a really beautiful setup, and it was pretty simple to put
actually,
together.
Yeah,
You've
simple,
got, You've got some nice accent ware here that's probably been in the family or something like that. A lot of people have this kind of glass.
Yeah, heirlooms are great to incorporate.
It's fantastic. And they don't all have to match. We talked about that earlier with Chef Vaughn, but not everything has to match, but it is beautiful and pops so much when it does.
Yes.
That's what I love. I love to do, let's call it inexpensive entertainment or creative inexpensive entertainment, because that's what this is all about, you know? Yep. I mean, look at this. This is great.
And candles highlight any event, and if someone turns one over, it really makes the party
What is it you got
hot.
going on? What's going on over here, Barbara?
Yeah, so over here, we're kind of looking to the fall. So why can't you decorate with food as the centerpiece? Flowers get the highlight, but here we have pomegranates. You could do little mini pumpkins for Thanksgiving.
So you've just got a small box and you filled it with some pomegranates. You've got some napkin rings as well, which really set, and it's easy enough to just stick the napkin in there and it looks very fancy.
Easy. Nothing difficult. You don't have to be a master. You just pull it right through. And you can even, if you don't have a napkin ring, you can just tie it in a simple knot, and that elevates the place setting as well.
Nice.
One thing we don't have, but we think, one thing I always love about these tables is that I'm a fanatic with things being straight, you know. I think it's very important when we set our tables that we understand that everything has to be like that. So what I learned a long time ago was the first thing you really, when you set your table, is the chair. You put the chair up and you make sure that that chair is exactly positioned next to that chair, and that's how you call
and
it.
then the plate lines up, the glasses line up.
It's how you build your table up, you know. But so I know you got this out, Barbara, because you want to talk a little about disposable, even if you did that, but from a sales perspective, talk a little about disposable for us, if you don't mind.
So disposables have come such a long way. This is a really awesome line Ventura does. It's bamboo. It's actually recycled bamboo leaves. So it's earth friendly, and it's a great way if you're looking for an easy cleanup, you don't want that much of a hassle, but still keep your place setting elevated. I'm thinking like a chili night, or just casual Friendsgiving.
And you know what? I'll be honest, I think there's really nothing wrong with in a formal setting. You can serve one dish in this. It looks beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, that's really what it's all about, being creative. Like we say in our business, think outside the box.
There are no rules.
Who needs a box, right?
No
We're
rules.
just going to think about it all new. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Chef Vaughn. Thank you so much for helping us elevate our entertainment game. We've gotten so many incredible ideas here, proof of the pudding. Thank you once again for everything you've done for us today. Friends, thanks for joining us for Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. I'm Anthony Rodriguez from Aurora Theater, and next time, we'll be back and we'll be cooking. That was absolutely mind-blowing. Chef Vaughn and your crew at Proof of the Pudding, thank you so much. Who would have thought to use tile backsplash as a placemat? That is a fantastic idea, and I can't wait to entertain using some of these ideas. Thanks again, Chef Vaughn. Very fun. Let's take a moment to thank the Gwinnett Daily Post for their incredible creativity during these trying times. Gwinnett Daily Post has been providing services to our community since 1995. Besides Good Taste Gwinnett, they also do the Generations Expo, the All About Kids Expo, and 5 community health fairs at local parks and recreations across Gwinnett County. Learn about other events at scnievents.com and make sure that you read online or in print the Gwinnett Daily Post. You'll get your news and you'll know all about the upcoming events. Just like the Gwinnett Daily Post, the Aurora Theater has many upcoming events. Even during these trying times, we have found a way to creatively reach our patrons. We have ghost tours ongoing now through the end of October, live, and we're producing a virtual version of our ghost tours as well. We have a Halloween Monster Mash Bash Cabaret coming up for October 31st and November 1st. And then we have some very exciting news about holiday programming. So please visit our website at auroratheater.com or any of our social media pages, and you'll know everything that's going on. If not, just send us an email and we'll send you the information. And now, let's start cooking again. We're taking a trip to Old Havana, a De Floridian Cuban cuisine and bar. It's in historic downtown Lawrenceville, right on the square, and they have one of the finest tequila selections in the county. I should know. the others at my house. Friends, welcome to another episode of Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. We are at De Floridian Cuban Cuisine and Bar in historic downtown Lawrenceville. We're here with owner Jaime Ochoa and Chef Cayetano, and he's going to make my absolute favorite dish of all time, a Cuban sandwich. This is probably the most perfect sandwich on the face of the earth. He's gonna get started on that. I'm gonna talk to Jaime a little bit about why Lawrenceville, why De Floridian, why this particular Cuban concept.
Well, De Floridian, why De Floridian? We love Miami. I mean, me and my wife, we go on vacation and we're in Miami, La Playa, drinks, Cuba, mojitos.
Right, you have a real sense of
saying?
Cuban culture when you're in Miami.
For sure. So, but my wife was like, you know what? Why we don't bring this to Atlanta? Like, why we don't do something that, because we like to go
change it up,
to
something
Miami.
exciting,
let's
something
do
different, right?
Correcto. So we're trying to do something like that, and that's why we choose. Why Lawrenceville? Because we don't have nothing like that in Lawrenceville.
Talk to me about what goes on a Cuban sandwich.
But a Cuban sandwich, that's the thing. And Cuban sandwich, it's a little different. We're trying to do our own style. Like, for example, like most of the Cuban sandwich doesn't have mayo.
Right.
So we are doing mayo, but we infuse our mayo with garlic. So
okay, so a garlic mayonnaise.
It's a garlic mayonnaise.
But you've got ham, you've got Swiss cheese, you've got pickles, which absolutely important. And then there's another ingredient, right?
The pork.
The roast pork.
The roasted pork.
And that is my favorite part. So the chef's gonna put the pork on there now. How long do you roast the pork for?
Well, we roast the pork for like 8 hours.
Yes.
8 hours.
So that is a beautiful, slow roasted pork. What kind of spices you use on that?
Oh, we use too many of them. I mean,
a little sour orange, a little garlic, oregano, all that stuff. It just, And then the key is to make it really Cuban, you've got to put it in a press.
Yes.
And that's heated on both sides, right?
Sides.
So it's toasting both sides. It's melting the cheese, it's heating up the ham and everything else in there and bringing all those flavors together. So you toast it for what, a minute or 2 minutes or so?
We do it for like 3 minutes. 3 minutes to make sure we get a little crispy. The bread, I mean, the secret of the Cuban sandwich has to be the bread. But it's not just the bread, it's how you finish it. If you finish it in the right temperature, crispy, you'll get a good Cuban
and that
sandwich.
Cuban bread will still be really soft on the inside, but it'll be hard on the outside. It'll be nice and toasted. And I'm not a purist, so I am excited about the thought of a little garlic mayonnaise on this sandwich. But I will say, I'm glad to see you didn't put a bunch of lettuce and tomato on it. It's really about the meats and the cheeses that make a perfect Cuban sandwich, right? And the little brininess of those pickles just makes everything pop. So thank you so much for uplifting it, but not changing it too much.
Not too much.
I appreciate that, but making it your own, Jaime, I appreciate that. Friends, this has been an absolute delight. I can't wait to taste this sandwich. I'm having the best time here at De Floridian Cuban Cuisine and Bar in historic downtown Lawrenceville. Friends, we're here at De Floridian Cuban Cuisine and Bar in historic downtown Lawrenceville with owner Jaime Ochoa and this incredible Cuban sandwich. I'm gonna dig in.
We want to make sure that every single customer we have feels that they are on vacation.
I love being on vacation.
Exactly. So that's why we want to do that. Like, our concept is trying to have you on vacation.
This sandwich is absolutely incredible. That roast pork, the ham, the cheese, everything comes together on that. And all right, I'll give it to you. I like the garlic mayonnaise on there. It tastes great. The black beans, just like my mother's. So I'm very happy to be enjoying this with my new friend, Jaime Ochoa. Friends, come on down to De Floridian Cuban Cuisine and Bar in historic downtown Lawrenceville. Meet Jaime. He's always here behind the bar. Diana's behind the bar. You're going to make new friends. You're going to have a good time. You're going to feel like you are in Cuba. This is exciting to have in our town here in Lawrenceville, and we appreciate you being here. Join us again soon for Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC.
Gwinnett County is pleased to announce our health fair event for 2020 and welcomes you to join us on Saturday, November 7th at Bogan Park Community Center in Buford. All vendors and attendees will be required to wear a mask in the facility. For the safety of all of our guests, temperatures will be taken upon entrance to the event. Join us Saturday, November 7th at Bogan Park Community Center in Buford.
Thank you, Jamie Ochoa, and thank you, De Floridian Cuban Cuisine and Bar, for that spectacular food. I want to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Jackson EMC. I also want to thank our grocery sponsor, Publix, and our retail sponsor, Belk Mall of Georgia. But there are others who help make Good Taste Gwinnett possible. Among them, the Fernbank Museum of Natural History, WGTA-TV, the City of Lawrenceville, Gwinnett County, and of course, the Aurora Theater. And of course, we couldn't have done it without all of the wonderful chefs and restaurants that we've featured so far on Good Taste Gwinnett. Thank you. Remember, it's not too late to upgrade to a chef's package or VIP ticket. This will make you eligible for additional prizes like small appliances or Christmas at Opryland that we'll be giving away. You can upgrade your ticket at goodtastegwinnett.com. You'll be able to view this event or catch up on any of the other editions we've done so far on goodtastegwinnett.com. But this edition won't be available until tomorrow evening. Join us next week when we visit more local kitchens and meet more incredible chefs. I'm your host, Anthony Rodriguez, and it is always a pleasure being here with you. We'll see you soon, and we'll get cooking.
The way I got started into building, I was always intrigued by it when I was young. Started basically as soon as I could pick up a tool. I would definitely recommend the Right Choice program from Jackson EMC to any builder. It definitely just sets you a step above from other products. One thing I love about the Jackson EMC program is that they do help you all the way through the process. You're gaining a lot more energy efficiency. I believe in the Jackson EMC Right Choice program so much that I built it for my own family.
Right Choice Homes, brought to you only by Jackson EMC.